back that up a little bit. Usually people can hear me without a microphone. So, for those of you I've not had a chance to meet, my name is Louis Amarigi. I am chairman of the Board of Trustees for Community Prep School, something that I am very honored to be. It's just such a privilege to be associated with the school and the accomplishments of the school and this wonderful opportunity to provide the students with an arts and athletics center and a place for them to gather in one spot, which they didn't have before, and a nice extension of the campus, so they really have a complete campus feeling and atmosphere. I'd first like to acknowledge Dan Corley, who's the founder and the head of school. The school really is Dan's legacy, and it speaks volumes to his commitment, his career, and his passion. I'd also like to welcome Coach Ed Cooley from Providence College Basketball. He is, yes. Coach has been so generous with his time and his efforts on behalf of the school, even in the midst of all the attention that he's gotten and all the success that he's had, and the demands on his time. He's always made sure that he's made time for the school, and we certainly appreciate that. Thank you very much. Also would like to welcome the governor of the state of Rhode Island, Dan McKee. And sitting next to Coach is his former coach and mentor, Harold Metz. Councilwoman Mary Kay Harris, who's always been such a great proponent of the school and friend of Community Prep. We thank you for that. And also we would like to thank our capital campaign committee and the chairs for it, Tom and Sandra Pitts, and Community Prep alumni, Tunde Kunson. Also would like to recognize Kathy Bartels from LLB. She is the architect and designer for the Arts and Athletics Center. And I'd like to welcome Lisa Dantas, the Director of Development, and our school principal, Natalia Corley. I'd also like to welcome the next mayor of the city of Providence, Brett Smiley. The LLB architectural team, and Frank and Kurt Gustafson with Case Construction, and Dennis Dupree with Dupree Engineering. I'd also like to welcome all our fellow members of the boards of trustees, the faculty, the staff, alumni, parents, friends, and committed donors. And first and foremost, even though I saved you for the last, I'd really like to welcome and acknowledge the reason that we're all here, the student body of Community Prep. You guys are all amazing and will do great things. We all know it. With that, I'd like to turn the podium over to Dan Corley.
Thank you, Lou. And I'm going to kind of keep up a little bit of the thanking. Thank you for all you and the trustees of the school do for our students. If you're a trustee of the school, please raise your hand. If you are one or have been one through the years of the school, please put your hands up. Thank you so much for all that you do and have done. I would also like to appreciate and thank our teachers and staff You are the people that inspire our students every day to reach for their best selves. First, thanks for giving up your normal parking spaces today so our guests could park close to the school. But second, and most importantly, thanks for all you do every day for our students. Please raise your hands so we can acknowledge you and thank you. And if you're And thank you, Wendy Randall, who is the Director of Education and Principal for the Southside Elementary Charter School, and all of your staff for parking far away too. So thank you. So this project started with a vision. We have never been able to gather our whole school together to see a school show on campus. In the new Arts and Athletic Center, we will be able to seat 700 people to see a show. We have never had a home basketball or volleyball game on our campus. In the Arts and Athletic Center, we will have games in front of our entire student body. We will also have a lobby in which we can display students' art. They are talented artists, so it will be a treat when you enter the lobby. We will be able to gather as a full community for a meal indoors. We begin the construction this month and hope to finish it by November of 2023. It may even be the site for my retirement party sometime in the late spring of 2024. These are all activities we will be able to do in this beautiful and well-landscaped building. We are turning our school into a campus that the entire neighborhood can be proud of and share in. We have always had a strong partnership with Davy Lopes Rec Center. This will help us to extend that partnership. This is only possible due to the generosity of many, many people. It is a campaign that includes 3 years of gifts for our annual scholarship fund, and we must raise $1.25 million each year just to keep our head above water for that fund. We are raising $8 million to build the building, and we are also raising $1 million to help us endow a scholarship and the additional expenses related to this building. Is there a student out there that would like to come to the mic and tell us what the total is? All right, Marcus, you're the first one I saw.
The total is 12,3/4.
Very good. I was tempted to ask him some other math questions, but I'll hold off for the moment. Now, what I'd like is, if you gave a contribution to the annual fund, the scholarship fund last year, or you have made a pledge for this year to either the scholarship fund, the Arts and Athletic Center, or the endowment, or all three, which is our preferred choice, you are a vital part of this campaign. So please raise your hand if you've done that. Thank you so much for all you have done. And for those whose hands are not raised, you're very welcome to join us. Thank you for all you do for our students and their families, And thank you for making this vision a reality. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan, and thank you, Marcus. Good job. I would now like to introduce the Governor of the State of Rhode Island, Dan McKee.
I love math. Congratulations. Congratulations to the school here today, and it's great to be here with everyone, along with Coach Cooley and Coach Metz. Before I was a governor, I was a coach as well. Boys and girls, hundreds of games, thousands of hours in the gym. Very diverse group of young men and women at that time, ages from anywhere from the 6th grade all the way up to the 12th grade. So it's great to be here with the coaches, because the coaches really do understand why we're here today. Especially there's going to be a gym involved here, Coach Cooley. Huh? We'll get some basketballs going on the court there.
Future Friars.
There you go, absolutely. And also being here with Councilwoman Harris, I know how unbelievably dedicated she is to this whole effort, and as I am as well. And being here with Mayor-elect Brett Smiley, I had a good conversation with him yesterday in my office talking about this very topic. Right? I've been fortunate as a mayor. I declared in my community back in 2004 timeframe that education was the issue of our time, and then I followed through and did some things about it. Schools that I helped open up have thousands of kids in those schools right now. And working with Mayor-elect, we're going to put a major focus not only on our students throughout the state of Rhode Island, but right here in the city of Providence. And being here is a part of that. And one of the things that we are going to do is, which is in the budget this year, $47 million, to partner in with municipalities around the state of Rhode Island to open up community centers that are going to focus on 3 things. One is education. How are we going to lift up proficiencies in math and reading? And 2 is jobs. How is that investment going to translate into raising people's incomes throughout the entire state of Rhode Island, which is my #1 goal, is raising incomes. And number 3 has to do with health. How are we going to raise the health quotients in every community in the state of Rhode Island and every community that makes up the 39 cities and towns? And that's what we're here today to talk about. And I'm really happy to hear what's going to happen here right on this lot, right on this empty lot. An investment not only in our community, but more importantly, an investment in our young people that live in our communities. And I would expect this is going to be a community center as well, because I can hear from the leadership at Community Prep their dedication to strengthening communities, one child at a time. And that's why I'm so proud to be here today to witness this groundbreaking. And those community centers are going to be about all our students, all the kids that live in our state. Whether they go to a prep school like here, or whether they're attending a mayoral academy, or a charter school, or a district school, or a parochial school, or a private school, every kid that lives in the state of Rhode Island needs our full attention. Otherwise, we're failing them and we're failing ourselves. So I'm really happy to be here today with all the people who are, helping making this happen. And I look forward to continue working here in Providence with Brett Smiley to make great things happen for all the students that live in Providence. And then the message out there to all my friends that are in municipal leadership throughout the state of Rhode Island, I'm looking forward to working with each and every one of them, with their local school districts, with their local families, regardless, like I said, where we send our kids, regardless of where we send our kids to school. Every child is important, and I'm so happy to be here today to celebrate with you, and looking forward to get this construction going. And hey, you're going to have a beautiful facility here. How many students are going to be here next year in November of 2023? You're going to have a ball. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Governor. And now I'd like to introduce the man who really doesn't need an introduction here today, the National Coach of the Year last year, the Big East Basketball Coach of the Year, hometown Providence native, and all-around good guy, Coach Ed Cooley.
Hey, family member, I'm an energy guy. We gotta have energy. It's amazing to be out here today. As I pulled up today, well, sorry, Channel 12. As I pulled up to here today, Davy Lopes Center on Dudley, I remember being a night watchman there. I remember working there. To have Coach Metz here, who I met when I was 13 years old, won a couple of championships with him. Give Coach Metz a round of applause. I think this is a big team right here. State of Rhode Island, the city of Providence. Education is everything to me, right? Even as I'm looking at that Villanova hat and I'm throwing up in my mouth, right? You know, they're part of the Big East family, but this is Friartown, baby. You need a Friar hat on, right? This is Friartown here. To our dignitaries who are here, thank you for supporting us, our young men and women of tomorrow. And Governor, I appreciated what you said about how young men and women, how important education is. Mayor-elect, we got to continue to pump education and money into resources that educate our young men and women, to give them hope, to give them something to look forward to, and they too can be the next governor. They too can be the next mayor. They too can be the next person on television, the next basketball coach, the next leader of the state of Rhode Island and the city of Providence. That's going to be one of you, and I'm promising you somebody in here is going to play at Providence College. If not, all of you are going to go to Providence College, right? I'm honored to be right here. I am a proud citizen of the state of Rhode Island. Going to Central High School, Roger Williams Middle School, I walked up and down this street and continue to walk up and down it every single day of my life when I was younger. Being born right at that hospital, which is a 9-iron from here, big 9-iron for you golfers, right? It brings pride to me. I'm not here as a basketball coach. I am here as a dreamer and a believer. Someone who every day woke up with a basketball, a sport, and a dream. And education became the most important part of me standing in front of you today. So to give back to something in our community like this, that's going to foster growth and development of young minds, of men and women to think big, to act big, and always give back to your community. And I couldn't do this without one of the greatest partners, my general manager, my wife, Nerese, who's around here somewhere. Give Nerese a big round of applause. Right? Can't do this alone. You can't do things alone. And as Community Prep talked about our donors, what you did to help this building come true, I'd like to come back here and do some clinics. I'd like to come back here and help all of you, help me become the best person that I can be, right? Because I think when we give and we see people smile and we hear thank you, that resonates. The more we hear thank you, the more we want to give, because we're doing something to help someone else. And I always tell our players this: if somebody doesn't tell you thank you, what have you done to give back? And I think it's all about giving back if you're in a position to do so. And it don't always have to be in funds. It could be in time, it could be in smiles, right? Smiley, it could be in smiles. It's all about giving back in my world. And when you give back, it feels amazing. We do have somebody special here today to me, Mr. Ed Seawright, who turned north of a lot of numbers. Today is his birthday. Say happy birthday to Mr. Seawright. Right? You want to talk about a community raising you. You want to talk about a community raising you. The Southside Boys and Girls Club right down the street, raising me. The community center at Washington Park, raising me. This is a community at its fullest, and I believe this is the best team, the best team. Everybody looks at sports as a team. I look at us all as a team, from the governor to the mayor to all of you. This is our team, our family, and this is something that's going to be special for years to come. So thank you for having me here. As a small token of our appreciation, thank you. Good luck. I look forward to seeing all of you at a Friar game. You all want to go to a Friar game? Absolutely. Look forward to it. Thank you. You need some tickets? How many you want? That sounds like my family. Take care. Take care, everybody. Thank you.
So we're about to break out the shovels for this ceremonial groundbreaking. I just want to thank you all again for coming here. I would like a little shout out to Lisa Dantas and her development committee. Her staff does a great job, not just fundraising, but representing the school and organizing this event. So thanks, Lisa and team. And also want to throw a little note in there to please join us on December 1st. We're going to have a little celebration at Cobb Restaurant in Providence, and we'll walk you on over to the dirt pile. Thanks.